Is there anything more enticing than forbidden love? Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 forbidden TV romances.
And I walk these streets, a load of 6-string on my back.
Are you a fan of Supernatural? Click here and sign in with your Google or Facebook account and take a new trivia quiz on WatchMojo.com. It's pretty hard, but get it right and you could win a collectible box from Culture Fly, loaded with exclusive Supernatural toys, accessories, and apparel. Click here or follow the link in the description. For this list, we're going to be looking at the most passionate illicit romances to ever tease audiences on the small screen. As forbidden romances often come with a tantalizing twist, a spoiler warning is now in effect. Number 10. Alison Bailey and Noah Solloway. The Affair.
You found me.
No, I was just out on a walk.
It doesn't get much more forbidden than extramarital affairs. When Noah Solloway meets Alison Bailey at a diner where she works as a waitress, he is a happily married man, or at least mostly happy.
Well, welcome to the end of the world.
Alison herself is trying to get her life back together after the death of her son. While cheating isn't cool, they, like others on this list, are captivated by desire.
You're married too?
That's right. Surprise.
With the story told from the shifting, often differing perspectives of these two leads, it is a provocative look into the minds of people who know, deep down, they shouldn't be together.
Let's dance.
There's no music.
There is music. Come on. Come on.
Number 9. Cole Turner and Phoebe Halliwell. Charmed.
Phoebe, what's going on? I'm embracing my new destiny.
The first, but not the last supernaturally star-crossed lovers, Cole and Phoebe got off to a rocky start. As half-demon soldier Balthazar, Cole was sent after the Charmed sisters by the Triad.
Are you sure about this? You're giving up your life.
My life is with you and our baby.
However, his human side emerged when he fell in love with Phoebe, and it began to be his dominant trait. Sadly, things couldn't stay rosy for long.
I've been through so much together, haven't we? Our love's so strong, nothing can destroy it, not even this.
When he became possessed by the source of all evil, Phoebe temporarily joined him as an evildoer. However, she would eventually break things off in a big way with the help of her sisters.
We're meant to be together.
I don't think so.
Number 8. Sayid, Jarrah, and Noor, Nadia, Abed, Jaseem. Lost. This dynamic and game-changing series from the early 2000s pushed the boundaries of long-form storytelling in many ways, with engaging characters carrying the addictive, if at times convoluted, plot.
Nadia. Her name is Nadia.
One such character is Sayid Jarrah, one of the Oceanic Six. Sayid and Noor, Nadia, Abed, Jaseem first met as children and schoolyard friends. As an adult, Sayid joins the Iraqi Republican Guard, while Nadia is a freedom fighter against Saddam Hussein's regime.
If you prove you're willing to cooperate, I think I can get them to free you.
When she is captured, it is Sayid's job to interrogate her. Instead, he falls in love with her all over again and helps her to escape.
Come with me.
I can't. Desertion. They would kill my family.
Number 7. Ned and Charlotte Chuck Charles. Pushing Daisies.
What do you need to be happy?
You.
Ned's got a very particular talent. With the touch of a finger, he can bring the deceased back to life. Charlotte, aka Chuck, was the girl next door and Ned's childhood crush. Sadly, in adulthood, she is murdered, so Ned takes it upon himself to resurrect his one-time sweetheart. There is a catch, however. Another touch puts anyone Ned has resurrected back down for good. Despite being in love, they can never touch. Not a kiss goodnight, not a little hand-holding at sunset.
Are you watching me sleep?
No. Sorta. But mainly I was just waiting for you to wake up, and in the process of waiting for you to wake up, I was watching you sleep.
They come up with creative ways to be in contact. Smooch through a body bag, anyone? But they're still playing a very dangerous game of keep away.
Can you give Digby another hug?
Oh, yeah, of course I will. Do you want a hug? Come on.
Tighter. Give his belly a rubber.
Number 6. Lady Sybil Crawley and Tom Branson. Downton Abbey.
It won't be long now. So will you wait?
I'd wait forever.
This is the classic tale of two lovers from opposite sides of the tracks. Sybil is the youngest daughter of a well-established aristocratic house. She might have progressive views, but her future path seems set for her. Until she meets Tom Branson, the new chauffeur.
It seems rather unlikely, a revolutionary chauffeur.
Maybe. But I'm a socialist, not a revolutionary. And I won't always be a chauffeur.
An Irishman and outspoken socialist, he is in many ways against everything the Crawley family represents in society.
Sometimes a hard sacrifice must be made for a future that's worth having. That's all I'm saying. That's up to you.
However, despite their different backgrounds, they have similar political minds, and it isn't long before their romance blossoms in spite of her family's initial disapproval. When they are discovered, they do everything they can to stay together, finally achieving their happy ending, if not for long.
Don't leave me. Please wake up, love. Please don't leave me.
Number 5. Olivia Pope and Fitzgerald Fitz Grant. Scandal.
I think the love allows for forgiveness. Don't you?
With a name like Scandal, you know the show is going to be filled with salacious secrets. Olivia Pope helped Fitz Grant make it to the White House, but their professional relationship crosses lines and leads to an scandalous affair.
You almost died.
Yes.
Don't do it again.
Okay.
But once the stump speeches and the election are over, who's still jumping into bed is another thing.
Kiss me, Olivia. You know you want to.
Washington, D.C. is a hotbed of secrets and political one-upmanship, and despite all the work to get Grant into the Oval Office, an extramarital affair could mean the undoing of everything they've built. Number 4. Dayanara, Daya, Diaz, and John Bennett. Orange is the new black.
You shouldn't really be out here.
It's okay. I wanted to see you.
Every relationship has its own power dynamic as two partners figure each other out, which is why in situations where the balance is already unnaturally tipped, romantic relations are not typically recommended. That being said, this is a forbidden romance list, and Dannett is an undeniably cute couple. John Bennett is, or was, a correctional officer at Litchfield Penitentiary. Daya Diaz is an inmate.
Look at the dog. This is so great.
You can already see the problem here. However, despite the taboo nature of their romance, they communicate through notes and quickie hookups. Daya becomes pregnant with John's child, a fact that could get John in serious trouble.
We will probably never be rich, and we'll most likely live in a place that's not that big, but we'll work hard and we'll love each other and we'll find so much happiness that we won't even know what to do with it.
The strain it all puts them through is just as real as the love is.
Will you marry me?
Number 3. Ezra Fitz and Aria Montgomery. Pretty Little Liars.
I'd like to know more about you.
Yeah. I'd like to know more about you too.
Ever gone out and met someone really cute at a bar? Someone you connected to and with whom you shared interests as well as had a physical attraction to? Did that person turn out to be your high school teacher? Well, this is the situation that Ezra Fitz and Aria Montgomery find themselves in.
Holy crap.
Aria tries to do what she feels is the right thing, asking to be transferred out of the cute young prof's class because she doesn't think she could help herself and doesn't want to put him in an awkward position. But the stars align in a different way, and she stays. Professor-student relationships are highly taboo, but we're sure glad we got Ezra despite it. Number 2. Bill Compton and Sookie Stackhouse, True Blood.
You're our first.
Am I that obvious?
I knew the minute you came in.
What's the only thing more complicated than friends becoming lovers? Well, when one of them is a vampire, of course. Even in a world where vampires have come out into the open, the situation is fraught with peril, with so many ups and downs we don't even know where to begin.
What are you?
I told you, I'm a waitress.
Sookie Stackhouse is a half-fairy, half-human, with the ability to read people's thoughts. Bill Compton is a 150-plus-year-old vampire. You'd think their supernatural status would be enough, but in the end, theirs is a love story marred by tragedy, betrayal, redemption, and heartache.
I always thought as different as we are, somehow we could still be together. And now I don't know.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Stay with me here tonight. And every night.
I want nothing more.
Of course, Gabrielle only saw her young gardener as a way to infuse her life with a little excitement.
Things could have been different.
Things will be different.
Number 1. Buffy Summers and Angel, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I love you. I try not to, but I can't stop.
Me too.
Buffy doesn't just slay some serious vampire butt, she also looks good doing it. The teenage slayer is stumped, therefore, when she encounters Angel, a vampire who is not like the rest. He actually seems to have a soul.
You're the mystery guy that appears out of nowhere. I'm not saying I'm not happy about it tonight, but if you are hanging around, I'd like to know why.
Maybe I like you.
Cautious indifference turns to attraction, however, as it becomes apparent they are on the same side, at least for a time. When they consummate their love and his soul is suddenly lost, things get bad real fast.
I love you.
Close your eyes.
It's been 20 years and we're still not over the tragedy that was becoming. And cue the Sarah McLachlan. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.